Hello, my name is Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a tarot-based life consultant. I have a message today for the mutable signs. This is for Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. So this is the first reading of 2020, and I thought it'd be really cool if we could get a yearly focus or message in addition to the weekly one. So we're going to start with the yearly one. Whew, okay, so we've got the Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, which is a 3, and then one of my favorite cards in the deck, the Star. Now, what this says to me, 2019, being a 3-year, was a big year of change and a big year of upheaval. And as a mutable sign, you love change. You thrive on it. It doesn't bother you as much as it would bother a fixed sign. However, these changes have been really, really tough. They have been very challenging, they've been very taxing, and they've taken a toll on a lot of you. And what your soul and your body and everything about you would like, you just want a little bit of a break. You just want a little bit of a rest. Take some time out, suspend that action. That's our Hanged Man talking. And book yourself a spa time, book yourself meditation. This is not just like take out 20 minutes today and sit down quietly. This is like invest in that rejuvenation. So whether this means make a weekly spa appointment for the next however long, or take yourself on a vacation, or just do something that's going to revitalize and rejuvenate you. There's the idea that you really need to commit to that self-healing, because it's just been a bit chaotic. It's been a lot of turmoil, a lot of upheaval. And for you to get back on track with who you are and your soul and yourself and your sense of purpose, your direction, all that stuff, you've got to take the time out. You just need to step away from all of your commitments, all of your surroundings. I'm not saying flake out and never go back to work, but I am saying step back from all the stuff that's been draining and challenging you, and take time to rejuvenate. We've got, I mean, if it was just one of these cards, I would be like, yeah, okay, take 20 minutes to meditate. But we've got like all the cards that are talking about suspension of activity. So this is coming back to your self time, and really, really take it. And this is not just our weekly message, this is our yearly message. So watch that this year. Okay, so for your weekly message, interesting, we've got the Judgment card, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Page of Wands. So we have some positive change coming your direction. So as a Judgment card, a situation happened in the last couple days or so. We begin this week with a judgment call, something where you've had to look a little bit detached and removed from a situation to kind of weed out the wheat from the chaff. Sort out the things that weren't good for you, sort out the things that you learned, take from it what you can, and decide to move forward. That for some of you, this is kind of the last hurrah with this energy pattern. You're really, really at the point where you're like, you know what? I understand this. I see it inside and out. I've experienced it fully. I'm done. Okay? And because of that, because you've made that choice and you're at this point, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry, my mind was kind of making another layer of association there. That's why there was a blip. Because this Judgment card, Judgment is at the end of the cycle of the tarot, but I know for a lot of you, this situation kept coming up and up and up and up all the time. And finally, this time, you're ready to let it go. And that's why we have this change, again, that cycle, the Wheel of Fortune, the circle coming around. So instead of it getting you down, now the situation is propelling you forward. And it's going to give you a bit more happy energy. We've got the Page of Wands. She's upbeat. She's getting things done. Your communication is going to be good. For a mutable sign, that's excellent. We really need your communication to be strong, because that is one of the things you bring to the world, is really good communication. But you're going to feel revitalized, rejuvenated again. And what's so awesome is that you're going to feel ready to inspire others. The stuff from the past was difficult. It was challenging for you, but your greatest gift is using that communication to help other people get excited again, or to get passionate again, or to get fired up. So really, really good. You find a truer sense of what your life's purpose is, rather than getting mired in the past. We're really, really moving you into the future with this positive spin on everything that you learned from that past situation. So ask them if there's anything else we need to say about this. This also has to do with the fact that you've learned your lesson. The page sometimes shows up as a student, someone who's younger, someone who's still learning. So this is showing us that you have learned your lesson for good this time. So it's totally okay to move on. You don't need to live in fear or expectation that you're going to keep repeating this process that was not helpful to you. And again, I'm talking about something from the past, a pattern that keeps coming up and up and up. Even if the situation changes, you still kind of notice it's the same pattern. But you have learned your lesson this time. And that's great. So again, just remember to take that time to step out of the fray and recover yourself for a bit, because that healing and that just that rest is really important. Also kind of remember this is the season for hibernation. All of the sensible animals are sleeping in their dens while we crazy humans are out trying to do everything. So, it's a natural process of needing to hibernate, needing that time to go in. I'm trying to help you feel better about taking that time out, because that message was just so strong for the year. So anyway, that's it for this week. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have you considered getting a personal tarot card reading? If you have, or you want to learn a little bit more, invite you to check out my website. I do offer electronic ones over Skype and Zoom, and there's a couple different offerings. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next week.